and she thought that it was something had fallen, and she went upstairs. Their daughter has passed away. Downstairs in the basement was called the coal mine. So that was an illegal bar. We get EVPs downstairs talking about the black floor a lot. It didn't kind of connect to me until we were doing more investigations down there, that where I got this picture of this, of the spirit, that it was coming up out of the black floor. So that is down in the coal mine.
His room is in.
So this is outside
Put his eyeball in there
the ladies' room.
so he can see him. That's his eyeball.
Yes, yes.
So awesome.
So I like to show people like before, and then when we go downstairs, we have these exit signs that I legally have to have, so that's why all the pictures that you get downstairs, if you take some today, you're gonna have that red hue. You can't do anything about
It
it.
has like on the
So-
blue doors.
No way.
When we were a nursing home, up from the mid-'80s till 1991, we were a nursing home. You're standing in what was the living room of the residents. The back dining room, there were 5 residents back there. There were 5 residents that lived here, and in the left-hand parlor, there were 5 residents. Upstairs in the Hoover, that was the kitchen area. Keystone had 5 residents, and you'll notice that there is a picture of a World War II man and a cap. So that was his room, one of the residents. The Hoover had 5 residents, and then on the 3rd floor, our bedroom had 3, the Primrose had 2, and the Rosebud had 1. So before we go upstairs, Steve's gonna take you downstairs
Oh, am I really?
and show you the coal mine. I already showed them the
It's your
apparition,
job.
so go take them for the coal mine, and then I'll take them home.
Yeah, can I come?
Their dry goods, and their kitchen area. I have a picture of a nurse kind of over there cooking. We were doing a little EVP session up here last week, and the doorbell actually rang. So I'll show you where the doorbell is, and we'll ring it later after our guest. So I'll show you where it's at. It's at the top of the stairs, and that door would remain shut. And when people wanted to visit their loved ones, they'd ring it back. But there was a doorbell. And
Okay, what's
that doorbell was right here. Was trying to debunk everything. So what we did was I went downstairs and I rang the doorbells that are on the doors.
The house.
And it's definitely not that. Because they're louder and it's like ding dong. And the doorbell that rang was like a ding ding ding. So, always try to debunk and go back and see if you can prove it that it's something in your environment. So was this outside? This was outside.
That's pretty.
Yes, creepy dolls.
Yeah.
Is it, so had faces appear in that window there?
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so if you do see something, first thing that you have to do is make sure it's not your own reflection or a reflection of somebody with you. But fingers crossed, maybe you will. She had like her face right up to the glass. If you look in that, you can't open it from here, you have to open it from downstairs. There's a grate that goes across that, so that's impossible.
This will be my
Animals, you could do that to ground before or after an investigation. Sometimes, remember yesterday when we were sitting in the cabin there at the top and we started to see like little mists, or we felt like kind of weird, or the vibe changed a little bit, it felt a little weird. So you can ground anytime. So basically the easiest way to ground is to come outside, stand. It doesn't have to be in the grass, but it's good to be in the grass. You take your shoes and socks off and really connect your feet with the earth. And all that does is bring your energy back to you. So that's why I said last night too, if you go home, you take a hot shower, that water helps to kind of truly cleanse whatever energy you were around that day. Some people too, did Pam talk about protection, Jody?
No.
So if you're in a place and you want to feel protected, you want to have a visualization, like to me, this is kind of what I do. You can picture either a white light coming out of your center and wrapping around you like an egg, or you can picture it from the top and wrapping it down around you like an egg. I use the color ultraviolet. It has very powerful light frequency as well as white and gold. And you can envision that
Come over there,
around yourself throughout the time that you're in a place. Places like where you will be tomorrow, you'll really want to use some sort of, whether you say a prayer, whether you talk to yourself, whether you meditate, whether you write it down before you go. But you can envision that visualization the whole time, and each time you do that, just think of it getting bigger and brighter and more powerful each time. And when you combine those with coming out and grounding, it helps to center, release some of that negative energy, and then rebuild your own energy so that when you leave, you don't feel as much like you will at the end of this week where you have what we call paranormal hangover, where you're just kind of tired and, drained. So this kind of helps you. So just by coming outside, if you're in a place, another little tidbit I always say, where it's the moment where people say, I don't need a break. I'm fine, I don't need a break. That's when your teammates have to say to you, it's time for you to go take a break. Because sometimes we get so into what we're doing, our evidence or our interaction, that we don't want to stop. And in which case we can kind of leave ourselves open to things that are not so positive. So it's always good to take breaks, even if you end up going to a location beyond this week and paying to be there. You don't want to miss a minute of it, but it's important to take a break. So basically the easiest way to ground, like I said, from a place or in the middle, is to come out, stand with your feet in the grass, do your visualization again, no matter what it is to you. Some people just like to envision surrounded in like a white mist or a white fog. But to me, I use the orb or the egg visualization because that's what I like. But it's all up to you. Some people just like to think about glowing. Imagine their skin kind of glowing with a bright purple or white. Just kind of neat. And if you watch the show The Runaways, anybody watch Runaways? It's kind of about kids with superpowers. The one kid glows. I think that's awesome. So to me, that's like a really cool visualization for that too. So when you want to stand kind of feet shoulder width apart. You just take some deep breaths, shake out your hands, shake off your shoulders. It doesn't matter if it looks weird, because all it does is help bring that energy back to you. If you feel like it was a really weird experience, if you're at a place and you're like, I just can't get that out of my mind, kind of really just, when you shake off that energy, shake it back down to the earth. Every time, part of my grounding, every time I leave a place, is I will do a dry bath, what they call a dry bath, or just a wipe off. So I will literally wipe the energy off, my back, down under my shoes, behind my head, just wipe myself off and leave that energy there. Because the most important thing is that you're making something that feels comfortable for you to do, and it is a representation of you leaving that energy there.
Is there anything they need to say?
To me, I say, kind of mentally as I do my visualization about surrounding, please surround me with an ultraviolet light of protection from the universe. I'm only allow me to leave this place with only the most loving, light, healthy energy that I came with. Those sorts of things. You're kind of stating what you want, and just, you can say it while you visualize. You can visualize. Some people have motions to it, like I do my dry bath, Some people's kind of grounding is, I've seen people kind of stand outside and like kind of rebuild their orb. Everybody does different things, so it doesn't really look weird when you're doing it. But it's all in what's comfortable to you. So if you want to think of colors, the colors of protection to surround you are white, gold, purple, green. Those colors are very good protector colors. So if you imagine those things, that would be something good to imagine. You can imagine where that light comes from if you just want to glow, what have you. But that's more protection. And grounding, the easiest way is just to come outside. Sometimes you have, if you continue to do this, you may get little crystals and things. And I actually brought your goodie bags today, and I have some little crystal charms I made for you in those. So those things will help you ground too. Again, it's just something that brings your energy back to you. Do you have any questions about that? You can't look silly or funny doing it, because everybody's investigating with you. If they're good at what they do, they're going to do it too. So it's not going to understand why you're doing it. Exactly. Yep. Everybody kind of has their own process, but
Do you all understand what she was saying?
so connecting with an element, so taking that hot bath when you get home or sitting in the sunshine. If it's a nice day, take a break from your investigation, go out and stand in the sunshine a little bit. Even if you don't take your shoes off, just allow yourself to connect with those earth elements and reset your energy. It helps give you a little bit of a fresh start for when you go back in.
It might be important to explain what could happen if they don't do those things.
If-
What would they might feel?
If you, and that's a good question, thank you. If you don't do those things, you can feel toward the end of investigation like that tired, drained. Sometimes you get headaches. But really, most importantly to me, it's that you're separating your energy from wherever you were. Because if you have a cold and you're like, I really don't want to miss this, I want to go, or you're feeling really tired from the beginning of the week and you don't want to miss the end of the week because you want to go, anytime that your energy's already depleted a little bit, like you're tired, you couldn't fall asleep last night, anytime your energy's a little bit depleted to begin with, it leaves you more susceptible to feeling all those not so great side effects after you investigate. So by coming out and sitting in the sun or centering yourself and grounding yourself, it allows you to rebuild that and not quite feel so drained and tired or have anything negative, kind of want your energy more than you need, if that makes sense. I would be concerned more for physical or energy health more than physical health they're pretty good about that stuff.